Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah. A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome back to Flying with the Foam on HJN. So, right now, I might as well make it clear at this point that, well, with all the other blasters that I'm going to have to talk about here, I tell you, this is one hot place that I'm in right now. Real hot. I guess it doesn't take much just to warm my own body up like that. Well, anyways, today's subject is of course going to be another blaster here, but I feel like it's about time that I go ahead and start referring back to the Ultra line. A line that has in fact been growing quite a bit. Because now is the time that number 627 here in HJN in general is going to the Ultra 2. Now this blaster right here, a lot of people will in fact agree that this is a good blaster for what it is. A 6-shot revolver with motorized flywheel action. But I will say for sure that it's a lot more than just that. As a matter of fact, the usage of Ultra darts in this regard is simply by pressing them in the back here. Because unlike most revolver-based blasters, including the Rev family, which will include blasters like the Maverick, Strong Arm, Icequake, or even the Alpha Hawk, this blaster does in fact have a stationary cylinder, so of course it's going to revolve just like normal, especially when the usage of both the motorized trigger and the first trigger are both used in combination. And then of course there's the pretty satisfying clicking sounds that you could hear in here, especially when you cut yourself an empty cylinder, because the clicking sounds are in fact nice to listen to. Another worthy innovation of the Ultra series as a whole, and by far the second blaster in the Ultra series. And there were several more that would come after this. It's been almost a full year now since I picked up this blaster from Best Buy, brand new. It was also a time when I met up with some old friends. February 2020 was sure that good as a whole. But above all that, 6 shots, the usage of the nice metallic gold placard right here, which has actually gotten itself into a bit of damage, as you can see here. I guess it was just some sort of coating that they put on, not an actual metallic kind of material that they have here to make it a permanent bond in a way. Probably just a coating in a way. So this is how you can tell that this blaster has gone through some serious use, along with the scuff marks like this little one over here, and then of course there's a couple other spots and the like. But anyways, this is still a good blaster for what it is. As a matter of fact, the Ultra line itself is pretty darn good. A lot of people would try to argue otherwise, that the darts aren't accurate, the darts don't fly straight, the darts don't get up to 120 feet. Well, the majority of us will digress with you severely. I mean, just thinking about all this stuff, it's just really endearing. But I will say for sure that Nerf is going to continue making some nice innovations here and there, and also giving us some substandard pricing for some of their products. Because this is the real deal here. This is premium. You pay $25 for a revolver that will also require a few AA batteries to run. And the battery compartment is right here, so it kind of makes it a little top heavy in a way. But of course, if you can manage it just fine like this, then well, unless of course you're real strong at it and you can just hold it with one hand. But If you hold it for too long, then arm soreness may likely develop. But it's all dependent on your strength level. I could easily hold it with one hand, no problem at all. Of course, I can hardly account for how it could tip forward because I might not pay attention to it. But because it's a motorized blaster, of course they're going to include a jam door. That's a pretty essential part of a motorized blaster because you never really know. Maybe you might end up pulling the trigger prematurely and then it gets stuck right there. But thankfully you can just push it back out, and if you need to secure it, then well, of course you can spin the cylinder around, rotate it until it's back into place. Of course, I just shot out a Sonic Screamer dart, or just call them the Screamers, in the same way I call these the Flyers. Flyers, Screamers. So again, what else can we get out of the Ultra line in terms of dart type that we've gotten in just about every other lineup as a whole? Will we get more suction darts or Tagger darts or anything like that, or maybe AccuStrike inspired darts? I guess I don't know for sure, but overall, the Ultra 2 is a great usage of your time and money, a great value for what you can possibly get as a whole. 6 Ultra darts can fit in there, so not quite like the 1, which of course was the highest capacity blaster out there at the time. And then of course we got a bunch of others out there that seem to try to compete against it. So overall, pretty darn good for what it is. The 2 is a great choice. But that's pretty much all I got here for Flying with the Foam. But if you want to see more go down on my channel, make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.